Good evening. Welcome to the Crisis Report. It is March 4th, 2025, and we are doing it live. So, this one is entitled Trump Addresses the Nation because he did tonight, and there was a lot going on. I'm going to be doing a full detailed, this is what I thought on PrepperNow in the morning. And we'll put it out there. Should be good for a couple subs lost. And tonight we're going to stick to what's kind of led up to what has been going on. And we've got all of the craziness, all of the how do I put it? Let's just say the Democratic response needs work. And we'll just leave it at that. So, which is kind of concerning. I had my earlier video on PrepperNow about kind of having your head on a swivel. It obviously was a really good video because it has gotten the crap suppressed out of it. You know, you can tell by the ratio of likes to views. And it's generally, if your thing is normal and it's pumping on all cylinders, you get about 10%. Okay, so 1,000 views, 100 likes, something like that. General shadow ban is about 1,000 views, 200 likes. Okay, so about 2 to 1. If you're going 3 or 4 to 1, and that video's got almost 400 likes and there's only 1,100 views, that is getting the mushroom stamp actual. So, killer, good video. So please go check that out. It's about how our wonderful leftists are doing what they do. And what it is they're starting to resist violently. And to not let the cat out of the bag on that video, basically they're getting ready to be really problematic. And so I think we're going to have some violence on our hand by them. Because that's just what they do. That's all there's left for them. That's all that's left. Like, the country is not into a lot of the things that they're into. You know, they have tried as they will, doing capture of different platforms, this one being one of them. And, clearly tone deaf, not reading the room. And when you've got the president talking about a young African-American boy who has survived brain cancer and wants to be a cop where he is fully dressed in police regalia, full uniform, dad in a Texas country shirt, but like with a hat, fully holding him up, crowd's going crazy. He gets an honorary Secret Service badge and hugs the Secret Service director, I believe it was. I mean, like, total moment. And literally, they were screaming and, like, I don't even know what they were doing. Like, if you can't cheer that on, I don't know what to tell you. And it's funny because, and I'll save this for tomorrow, but like, they kept saying I watched the ABC News version because I did kind of want the, how do I put it? I wanted the super leftist response. I want to see what the hardcore, holdouts are saying. And basically, they're like, they don't know how to respond. They don't know what to do. There's not a response yet. Those kind of things had come up. And you're watching that with this, like, really, I mean, honestly, like just a wholesome, good moment. Boy survives cancer, puts on cop uniform, held up by doting dad, gets honorary Secret Service badge, and then hugs the government official who gives it to him. And not only that, to put, like, icing on the cake, another young man was given a bit of a call out and shout out. And this kid, I think his name is DJ, and the crowd is chanting DJ, crazy. Goes over to this other young man and gives him like a high five. I want to hang out with DJ. I want that kid on my team. DJ is the kind of player I'm looking for. And the response was like cynical and nasty and hissing, I mean, and everything else. And I'm just sitting there, and it's kind of surreal. And I'm like, these people really, truly do hate this country. If you cannot applaud a child cancer survivor, brain cancer, I might add, with a full-on scar on his head, you have serious, serious problems. Serious problems. Like we need to get these people onto a rocket and chuck their asses somewhere to a galaxy far, far away. Because these are not the kind of people we want to be doing anything with us, for us, around us, any of it. And there's a good amount of them in our halls of governance. So, not to lead too much, it was surreal. So, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they weren't, and maybe it was something else going on. But this like beautiful moment, and it's like, whoa! Like, how do you do that? How do you do that? Like, just clap for the man. You don't have to smile either, but clap for the man. Clap for that young boy, because that's all. That's just good old wholesome. And if you can't do that, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Like, very sad. So, all right, well, let's get started. There's my little foray into that. Trump, was Trump, and we'll cover it tomorrow. Here we go. This is your crisis report, March 4th, 2025. Clashes have broken out in the Serbian parliament, with fights escalating right in the meeting hall, and opposition deputies started throwing smoke bombs at pro-Vucic MPs, igniting firecrackers inside the buildings. At first, I thought it was our Congress. They literally were chucking a bunch of smoke bombs and stuff. These were like battlefield smoke bombs. These were not, bought down at the local fireworks store on the Tennessee border. You know what I mean? So, I used to love that as a kid. We go into Tennessee, and it was like, woohoo! Hey, Dad, stop the next stop, man. I got to go to the bathroom and see if there's any fireworks in the gas station. Iranian reformist President Pezeshkian said, I believe we should engage in dialogue with the U.S., but Supreme Leader Khomeini opposed it and insists that we will not negotiate with America. That man will not be long in his tenure as a president. He will be gone soon. French right-wing populist politician Marine Le Pen on Trump halting military aid to Ukraine said it is very cruel for Ukrainian soldiers engaged in a patriotic defense of their country. Yes, but it was a tactic to get him to come around and apologize, and he has basically done that. It's all but a signed deal now, so we'll see if that actually does get over the goal line with the minerals deal. Europe must lead on Ukrainian security guarantees, Greek foreign minister says. We are the neighbors. United States designates Yemen's Houthis as foreign terror organization. Pierre Poilievre, leader of Canada's Conservative Party, said Trump stabbed America's best friend in the back. My message to the president is this: Canada will fight back. Panama Canal ports have been sold to BlackRock in a victory for Donald Trump. The deal involves sale of a bulk of the ports owned by Hong Kong-based conglomerate C.K. Hutchison, according to the Financial Times. He touted that one in his speech tonight. Ben Shapiro, Elon Musk call on Donald Trump to pardon Derek Chauvin, police officer accused of killing convicted felon George Floyd. Wouldn't that be posthumously? Isn't Chauvin already not on this earth anymore? I cannot remember. Mr. Lindquist, Jeffrey Lindquist, thank you so much, bud. I cannot remember if that man is still with us. I want to feel like I think like he got stabbed and died, but I could be thinking of a movie or something. If Derek Chauvin is alive, tell me, okay? I gotta figure that out. Bloomberg, Democratic Republic of Congo, has offered the U.S. exclusive access to critical minerals and infrastructure projects in exchange for security assistance as it battles a rebellion backed by neighboring Rwanda. So now countries are like, hey man, I got, oh, so he was stabbed, but he is still alive. Okay. Oh, Ark Living, he's got the funny of the night. He said Derek Chauvin voted numerous times last year and has also received Social Security. Thank you, sir. My Lord, son, you got one of the best senses of humor I've ever been exposed to. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Trump tells farmers of America, get ready to start making a lot of agricultural product to be sold inside the United States. Tariffs will go on external product on April 2nd. Golden Dome is going to replace the Iron Dome. Pentagon renamed the Missile Defense Initiative. Pentagon has quietly renamed the Trump administration's ambitious National Missile Defense Initiative from Iron Dome for America to Golden Dome for America, according to a recent advisory to defense contractors. President Trump announces retaliatory tariffs will result in the even higher U.S. tariffs on Canadian goods. And he made the point tonight when he was talking, the tariffs and things, they do it to us. 4 times what we put on Korea, stuff like that he touted. So he's like, it's not like tariffs or anything new. It's good points, good method. New York Times says 1,000 snipers in the sky, the new war in Ukraine. Drones cause most Russian and Ukrainian casualties, reaching 80% in some battles. Drones cause more deaths and destroy more armored vehicles than conventional weapons. 31 Abrams tanks supplied by the U.S., 19 were destroyed, captured, or mainly disabled by drone attacks. AI-controlled surveillance drones are on the horizon. An American-made Shield AI drone autonomously detected 2 Russian Buk SA-11 missile launchers and relayed their positions to Ukrainian forces for a strike. So we are getting closer and closer to the Terminator every day. China has imposed additional tariffs of 10-15% on American agricultural products, the country's Minister of Commerce has stated. Ukraine has enough weapons for 6 months, even without systematic U.S. support, and is looking for alternatives. That is according to Ukraine's Defense Committee member Venislavsky. Trump administration is going to review the $5 billion in Columbia University grant funding, citing Ivy League schools' apparent failure to address anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism Task Force could issue immediate stop orders for $51 million in contracts. And, Poland confirms Trump has halted military aid to Ukraine. Polish Foreign Ministry spokesperson Paweł Wronski confirmed that the U.S. has suspended military assistance to Ukraine, calling it a very important decision with a serious implications, according to, I cannot pronounce that, Rzeczpospolita. Wronski stated that Washington did not inform NATO allies or the Ramstein group before making the decision. The matter is now under discussion at the EU Council. Egypt's $53 billion Gaza reconstruction plan takes 5 years. Early recovery is 6 months, debris removal, temporary housing. Phase 1 would take 2 years, 200,000 housing units of $20 billion. Phase 2 would take 2.5 years, so 200,000 more units. Gaza airport, $30 billion. If they really think that we are going to allow the monsters to build an airport, they must be super delusional. That is obviously Mr. Amir Sarfati. Bloomberg report, Putin will mediate between the U.S. and Iran to dismantle the Iranian nuclear program. Trump is now announcing that he is cutting off federal funding to any American college, school, or university that authorizes illegal protests on their premises. The instigators will be imprisoned or sent to their countries of origin, Trump announced. Trump added that American students involved in such protests will be expelled without the possibility of return or will be arrested. But we just want all of those wonderful college students to live in our country. They love America so much. I just love the way they protest on our campuses. Yeah, GTFO. Okay, go back to whatever s-hole you live in and just leave us alone. You don't like it. I'm not. Trust me, I'm not some big super Israel guy. I know all about what they do and tactics and capture of our senators and representatives. Don't get me wrong, but still, having people in full on jihad GQ rolling around on campus and threatening people as they try to go to their sociology class. Nah, I'm not down with that. U.S. has declared the Houthis a terrorist organization. Houthis issue an ultimatum to Israel, said if it doesn't enter Gaza, if aid doesn't enter Gaza within 24 hours, Israeli ships will be banned from the Red Sea. Mexico's president is going to announce U.S. goods are facing retaliatory tariffs in Sunday's speech. Somalia hunger crisis. 3.4 million people suffer from food crisis in Somalia currently. Numbers expected to rise to 4.4 million in a few months. That is a real famine. Germany's new chancellor, Merz, is set to increase the country's debt ceiling and create a special fund to stimulate the economy and increase defense spending. Fund will be worth 500 billion euros. United Kingdom has ruled that anyone working for the regime in Iran must either register or face prison. This comes after MI5 revealed it had foiled over 20 IRGC-funded plots against British Iranians and Jewish people across the country. Reuters reports that the U.S. and Ukraine may sign the minerals agreement today. It has not officially happened yet, as far as I know. But Trump told his advisors that he wants to announce the signing of the agreement in his speech tonight to both houses of Congress. That did not happen, so. NGOs, churches, and trade unions in Germany demand more censorship on X, Facebook, and other digital platforms. They claim that democracy is in danger. Yes, it is if you dumb asses want to censor people. Okay? A truly free society allows people to speak. We have been over this and over this and over this. And for those who get mad when I quote this stuff, I'm going to quote you Dr. Martin Luther King. It says, we will not remember... oh, God, I got to turn it on. I got it. I wrote it over here. Hold on real quick. Here we go. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. What's he saying there? Saying, speak up. If there's a problem going on, you talk about it. So, anybody got any issues with me staying and calling out stuff and reminding you as much as possible? Guess what? I'm going to keep doing it. Because there's a bunch of channels out there that can't. Their whole existence is off of this YouTube platform. Me? Not so much. So, they need to change. And all this needs to change. But censorship, X, Facebook, all these other platforms, that is not democracy. That is not a republic. That is not representative government. It is not freedom of speech. It's not freedom. Okay? Go back and look through history. The free places, you can say stuff. It's the dictators that did the whole censorship thing. Okay? And if you dumbasses need a fucking history lesson, I would gladly give it to you. Because trust me, I could talk for hours. Freaking idiots. EU top bureaucrat. We are in the era of rearmament. Bureaucrats' plan includes relaxing debt rules and incentives to increase defense spending, as von der Leyen said in Brussels on Tuesday that Europe could mobilize almost 800 billion euros. British nuclear weapons can protect Canada against Trump. That's what Liberal Party leader Chrystia Freeland said. She is running to replace Justin Trudeau. Okay. Yeah, Sally, I got a little spicy. I hate that dystopian, Orwellian, freaking turn your words around crap that they do. because it's just stupid. Deutsche Telekom CEO fumes as the EU bureaucracy says, you know what Europe needs is a Doge. And Deutsche Telekom, for those that don't know, that is T-Mobile. Look it up. What led to the mineral deal? Well, Zelensky wrote a post pleading for a deal, said, quote, our meeting in Washington at the White House on Friday did not go the way it was supposed to be. Zelensky wrote on X, it is time to make things right. We would like future cooperation and communication to be constructive. Yemeni forces report that they shot down another MQ-9 Reaper drone over Al-Hudaydah Governorate. This would be the 15th Reaper drone Yemen has knocked down. Israel and the United States hold major military exercises simulating joint strike operations. KAN News reports dozens of aircraft take part, including fighter jets, strategic bombers, and refueling planes. Senator Lindsey Lady Graham said in a response to reports that Russia will mediate a nuclear agreement between Iran and the U.S., there is zero chance of that being a nuclear agreement. The Yatsi Ayatollahs want to destroy Israel. President Trump should give Israel the tools to destroy the Iranian nuclear program, he said on Fox News Radio. Israeli Economy Minister Nir Barkat, the Trump administration backs efforts to keep new Syrian forces away from Israel. Arab summit in Cairo rejects Palestinian displacement from Gaza and proposes a $53 billion plan to rebuild the Strip. Arab summit called on the UN Security Council to deploy peacekeeping forces in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. Hamas welcomes the Gaza reconstruction plan and praises the summit's call for economic, political boycott of Israel. Israel has rejected the plan presented at the summit. You think? The IRS is drafting plans to cut as much as half of its 90,000 person workforce. That, of course, was the story over on PrepperNow. Put that one out a few hours ago. It's doing okay, for 2025 YouTube. Canada's Ontario Premier Doug Ford announced a ban on all U.S.-based companies from bidding on government contracts and confirms the cancellation of the Starlink contract. Okay. Trump administration proposes selling 443 federal properties, including Justice Department and the FBI headquarters. Wow. Okay. You want my conspiracy theory on that one? I think he's worried that those places are all bugged. Uh-oh. I have a fire alarm going on, friends. And now it's out. Hold on real quick. Everything all right? What was that? Just started going off? Okay, everything cool? Is everything good? Oh, okay. Sorry, I don't want to stop broadcasting. I'm almost done, but that was weird. For the first time in 2 years, and the first chance the Gaza war erupted, Israeli and U.S. Air Forces have conducted large-scale joint military exercises over the Med. The drill involved dozens of fighter jets, aerial refueling tankers, and B-52 strategic bombers. The highly coordinated operation is reviewed as a strategic signal to Iran. Israeli and American fighter jets conducted wing-to-wing attacks, practicing simulated strikes on high-value targets. Russia killed 30 Western instructors in a missile attack on Ukraine, according to the Kiev Post. Russian missile hit a Ukrainian military training base, reportedly killing 150 Ukrainian soldiers and 34 instructors. Wow. That's according to Ukrainian media. Head of the ground forces, Mikhail Drapetyev, The tragedy of the training ground is a terrible consequence of an enemy strike. War requires quick decisions, responsibility, and new safety standards. Otherwise, we lose more than we have. All good? Just randomly went off. That was weird. Okay. If the United States has other intentions and seeks conflict, whether through tariffs, trade disputes, or any form of confrontation, we are prepared to stand firm and fight to the end. We call on the U.S. to abandon its domineering approach and return to a path of dialogue and cooperation as soon as possible. That's according to the Chinese Minister of Foreign Affairs. Trump announces that if companies move to the United States, there will not be any tariffs on them. The United States Embassy in Mogadishu, Somalia, raised its alert and has said that its credible intelligence about an imminent attack on key locations, including the airport. Movements of the U.S. Embassy in Mogadishu personnel have been canceled until further notice. The threat comes at a time when Hegseth and Trump are planning to significantly scale down AFRICOM. Eldridge Colby, former Pentagon official and Trump nominee for Undersecretary of the Defense for Policy, has urged Taiwan to significantly increase its defense spending to at least 5% of GDP, though some have suggested even higher levels like 10%. Currently, Taiwan's defense spending is around 2.45% to 2.6% of GDP. Germany is reportedly considering creating a special defense fund worth up to 400 billion euros to 500 billion euros as part of its efforts to modernize and fully rearm its military. Congressman Al Green, oh my darling, no, that's not. That's the other one. No, not that Al Green. Not the beautiful singer preacher Al Green. Congressman Al Green, I believe he's from Alabama. He was forcibly removed for heckling Trump during his national address. So he's up there, he got a cane, and he's waving his cane like old angry man at Trump. They got real super rowdy. Was not a good look, you know. I think people are getting kind of sick of the disruption. I think people just want normal again. I do. And this whole disruption kind of technique is not really working for them. So I'm going to go look up Al Green songs now. Several Democrats were spotted at the State of the Union address holding a sign that read, Musk steals. Okay. He's a super rich dude. I'm sure there's some evil there somewhere. But what I would like to say is, what if instead those signs said USAID steals? Huh? You guys, you little hurt in the butt. You little hurt in the butt because he went and he took the money away. You take your little pet projects, your little slush funds away with the USAID and others. You poor things. Oh well. Democrat women are all wearing pink in protest of President Trump, echoing their whiteout from the 2019 State of the Union. They all wore white and they're wearing pink. And yeah, they're strange. So, well, speaking of which, never had a fire alarm go off in the middle. I don't know what the heck that was. Nothing was being cooked or done, and we'll have to go check that out. Maybe there's a bad battery or something. So, a little something for the weekend. So hopefully it doesn't do that again, because my wife, she gets mad with interrupted sleep. So she's been asleep for about 45 minutes, and she needs like really good, perfect sleep, no interruptions, no messing. And generally what happens is I wake up on the weekends and I'll go out and I'll deal with the kids and make breakfast, and she'll get to sleep in. I figured this out on my second child. Yeah, she was just not doing well because she didn't get a lot of sleep at night, because baby's waking her up to nurse. And I was always afraid of her in the morning. And then one day I figured out, I was like, I'm going to go get that baby and take some of that milk that's in the fridge and heat it up, and we'll make a bottle and change, do a little oil change on the butt, and we're just going to let her sleep in. And I'll tell you what, marriage has been a beautiful thing since. All she needs is sleep. So, which, speaking of which, I do too. So we're going to get going on this one. Friends, thanks so much for working through all this. We made it. Didn't have to stop. I was worried there for a moment. Special thanks to Mrs. PrepperNow for going out and checking out why our fire alarm just randomly went off. It's weird. So, thanks to Stealth Mode for joining, Bad Bobber. Thanks to Mr. Lindquist for the $5. You guys are awesome. Hopefully you enjoyed the lead. The new little 3 to 5 minute I'm going to be doing every day. Yeah, probably every day. Kind of telling you what's going on. Just a little lead up to what's up. Maybe I'll call it the lead up. I saw that. I saw the Jake Tapper CNN's called the lead. Maybe I'll call it the lead up. That way I'm not stepping on Jake's toes. I know I probably got as many viewers as he does right now, but oh man, that one made me cough. All right, hit the buttons and stuff. Okay, go Rochambeau Borg. You know, go give him a little quickie to the knickers. And yeah, keep coming back, hitting the like button and all that. God bless you all for being here. We're all just kind of figuring out and scratching our head, trying to figure out why anybody that ran a supposed business like YouTube would want to go out there and just cut off some of the old school and main creators that they've done. It's really just kind of strange. So, yeah, again, special hat tip to the person that sent me the needy homesteader who's been on YouTube for, well, pre-Google days and said, there's a lot of strange going on. She's got, 250,000 viewers, which clearly been on a long time. Me, I'm a greatest subscriber in about 4 months. So, well, that's totally normal on a 2 billion person platform where you got a 99% rating on all of your videos. You know, it's totally normal that you wouldn't gain at all. Well, the one person who said, you know what, hey, you're on a liberal platform. These are not liberal. These are progressive fascists. These people are freaking insane. And I believe at some point they're going to FAFO. Not with me, just with things in general. And I think people are going to start to really get tired of it. Because people want normal again. They want to get back to normal. And if this is a supposed business, YouTube, you might not want to cut off half of your friggin', more than half of your friggin', population out there. So, quote Michael Jordan again, Republicans buy shoes too, okay? Freaking dolts. Not you people, the good people in the back, the not so good people in the back. You know what I'm talking about. I'm done. All right, good night. Love you, bye. Go to other links in the description and stuff. Go to Subscribestar, I post a bunch there today. Go to Locals. That's where I'm going to go if I really get jacked with, okay? All right, love y'all.